Choose your core values. This is huge for me. This is what's been driving me forward for the last I don't know how many years. So choose your chase carefully. Make sure it has eternal life, energy, joy, and a style of life that you want, right? Because we're here to stay in your circle of competence. Good to Great by Jim Collins. The circle of competence, the circle of the hedgehog concept. What are you deeply passionate about? What can you be best in the world at? And what drives your economic engine? These circles, whenever somebody gives you an opportunity, if it doesn't fit into that, you automatically say no. If it does fit in that, then you have a way, you look at it and you decide whether you're going to do it or not. Most of the time, you should do it. That's why,
I'm sorry, I couldn't see that. Could you put that closer to your screen or
oh,
something?
absolutely.
Yeah, intersection. Okay, thank you.
Look at Yeah, this is a Bible. I used to carry this with me everywhere I went when I was flying and doing stuff. So stay in your circle of competence. What are you best at? It's going to come here. What is my best life? Right? You need to figure this out. Write out a description of your best self. This is huge. People don't do that. And when you write something out and it becomes concrete on paper, it's way different than if you do it on your phone or a tablet. It's just in reality now. The phone and tablet stuff in there is not in reality. It's in cyberspace. And your brain doesn't understand cyberspace the way it understands paper. And you also have the tactile skills of writing, and you have to think a little bit more. It just sticks better for you. Anybody that knows about learning will tell you that's true.
Yeah, that's using the kinesthetic modality of learning.
Yep.
And when we engage all three, this is part of my dyslexia therapy training.
Yeah.
When you engage all three modalities, visual, auditory, and kinesthetic is using the muscles, writing,
Right. Right.
our brain retains it and the connections in the brain are strengthened faster. So
You're all over it. So you write out a description of yourself. This is some of the ways. Some people will write down sentences first about what they like and how they feel and about the world and the place they're in. Remember, we're getting to our core values. It took me about 6 months to actually finalize and crystallize my core values. So don't worry if you don't get it right off the bat. The core values follow you no matter what business or personal life you're in. These are your core values. Discover your core values and write down a list of words that describe you. It could be more than 10. What are your top 5 out of that? Eventually, you got to get it down to 3. And some people say, oh, I can't do it. 4 or 5. No, there's a reason that 3 and 7 are the numbers that are most used in the Bible. And let's just not argue the fact that 3 is the easiest thing for you to remember. And 7, AT&T proved it by making the phone 7 digits before we had to go into area codes all the time. It was just 7 digits because the brain works that way. So get it down to 3. You're going to have to give up 1. God is not in mind because it's so ingrained. It's like not a core value. It's like my being, right? So now, having said that, I have lots of people that have done this that said, screw that. God is my core value. And these other 2 are that, and that's fine. Don't listen to me. Listen to your heart, not my heart, because I don't live there. I live in here. When making any decision, these 3 words will be your guiding light. Pick carefully. Double check your words. Ask why for each word. Why is integrity my first core value? Answer that. But why is that? Then you answer the reason why that is why that. You go down 5 times. If you can get it to 5 times and you can still say, because of this, because of this, because of this, and you're honest with yourself, which the only person that could lie to you is you, then you'll understand that's your core value. Once you have them, then they're your anchor and your life decisions will be governed by them. These core values follow you no matter what business or personal life you're in. So my core values are integrity, happiness, and success. Does it go against my core integrity value? If it does, I don't think about it. I don't have to go a mathematical equation. I have to do anything except say no. Sorry. Then does it make me happy? I mean, helping people makes me happy. Seeing the light up on people makes me happy. So happiness is a lot of different things. And then does it make me successful? Believe it or not, success is rarely judged by how much money you make. It's important. Don't get me wrong. I'm a business consultant. All right. It is the least important if you get everything else right. Right. If you're successful and helping a lot of people, guess what? Zig Ziglar said it. The more people you help get what they want, the more you're going to get what you want. So I wish Mary's here. She would yeah, because she's in the Zig Ziglar organization. It leads their prayers and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, so you get these core values. Now, again, it took me 6 months. Now, I had 2 of them out of the 3 pretty much down when I first started. And then I bobbled back and forth on wording on the 3rd one. And then I finally came up with what it was. And I didn't work on it every day. But it was about 6 months before I said, yeah, you know what? These are my 3 core values. And it saved me so many headaches. I had a mentor. He was talking with a person. They said, hey, this hamburger joint is on a fire sale for $10 million. and you're gonna make it was like $250,000 a year off of it net. And he said no. And I go, why? It's hugely profitably because I don't want to be known as a hamburger guy. It's not what I want to be known for. Didn't have to think about it. Just didn't hit his model for who he thought he was going to be. So I think it was more than $250,000 a year. I think it was like $1 million a year. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is it was profitable. He could have done it. He had the money. And he said, no, that's not who I want to be known for. It's not the money, right? So anyway, think about things like that. I've had many opportunities. That's why I got the Good to Great out. I've had many opportunities and it just doesn't fit in that circle. And could I be good at it? Hell yeah. But in war, there's the main strategy in war is divide and conquer. If I divide my energy into this other thing over here, I've conquered myself. So failure. First, they have their life around their work. Let's switch that around. Let's develop what you want your life to be and have your work be around that. Some things to think about. I know if you're working a 9 to 5, you say you can't do that, but just put yet on the end of that. Can't do that. How do you want to live? Write down 5 things of that. Where do you want to live? Could be multiple places. I can't afford 2 places. I can barely afford my rent. Remember we did this thing earlier where you had the 50 things that you wished for if everything fell in place? This is how it all works down. It all funnels down. So don't worry about how. Worry about why. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Why do you want to live there? Oh, I want to live there because I like skiing. I want to live there because I like humidity. I want to live there because I don't like humidity. I want to live there because my grandkids are there. I want to live there because I like the hustle and bustle life. I want to live there because I like the country life. Why do you want to live at each place you live? All right, put that down. I guess I'm ahead of my game. How much do you need to finance your dream? So this is interesting. People always think they need way more money than they need. I was talking with, I think it was Tommy yesterday, and everybody should be in the $10,000 club. And the $10,000 club is $10,000 of residual income every month, whether you work or not. People go, well, I'd spend that money really easily. Yeah, you could, not for a year. You start to realize that you're wasting your money. How many cars can you buy? How many polo shirts do you need? How many shoes can you get? How many, vacations can you take before you're like, I'm just wasting my money. I want to get back to work because that's what the human brain wants to do. It wants to work, it wants to be productive, wants to be successful, wants to be happy. That doesn't really care about happiness. We'll go into that later. It does care about survival, and survival. So anyway, your dreams, Jim Rohn said, I asked a question. He says, can somebody live, this is a long time ago, I'll say now, I'll change the numbers. Can somebody live a life with a $5,000 a month income? Everybody should say yes. Might not be the dream house, but everybody can live off of $5,000 a month. He was at 2,000, by the way. This is 30 years ago, but still, even now, $2,000 average mean for $50,000 a year. That's with 2 people. So pretty still damn close. But anyway, $5,000 a month. Okay, now I answered this question. Can somebody live off of $5,500 a month? Everybody goes, yeah, duh. What happened to the other $500 a month? What are you doing with it? We talked about that earlier. So you see, that's why you need the evil word budget. 2 years from now,
If you're looking for a nonprofit organization to give to or be part of, Turning Point USA is the one. Its mission is to identify, educate, train, and organize students to promote the principles of freedom, free market, and limited government. Turning Point USA believes that every young person can be enlightened to true free market values. Go to Turning Point USA, join, and start today. Insurance agents, I've got a gift for you. Start your 7-day free pass to our school. Download 200 plug-and-play posts and spark inbound quote conversations this week. Do it now before the free pass window closes. Tap the button, start free, and grab the download.